Hello everybody, it's Ryan.
Tabitha.
And we're here today for Locked in Science, and we have some cool science experiments to show you that are all about spies. So we're going to teach you how to make some cool spy implements that you can use at home and do some cool spy stuff. Ooh. So the first thing you need to do when you're a spy is to communicate with people secretly, right? So we're going to show you how to make super cool invisible ink.
Yeah, cool invisible ink.
So all you need for
by
this...
using lemon juice.
That's right. All you need is a handy dandy lemon and a piece of paper and a paintbrush, and then you need a heat source, which we'll talk about in a minute. So take a bit of lemon or a bottle of lemon juice or whatever, and squeeze it into a little container. We've got these ramekins. And then, Tabby, if you can write a secret message over here.
I'm just going to make my masterpiece.
She's going to make a masterpiece. So she's going to write her secret spy message over here. Now, when you make your secret spy message, you'll notice as Tabby writes this that you can't see anything on the paper, really. You have to find a way to decode it.
What's on the paper.
Well, yeah, it stains the paper a little bit because it is wet. But when it dries, you won't be able to see anything.
There.
Done.
Done.
Wonderful. Hi. So, then you'll have to find a way to decode your message. So you'll let this dry a little bit, and then you'll need to find a way to decode it. And the way that we decode it is to heat up the paper. So the place where it's weakened is going to burn first. And so that will reveal...
And paper will be on fire, like my dad made it in electric storm in the microwave.
Yes.
I just need to get something that he did.
Yes, I made an electric storm in the microwave a little bit ago. If you check our Facebook and Instagram stories, you'll see a 5-second science experiment, which is that you can flatten a chip bag, put it in the microwave for 5 seconds, only 5 seconds.
And make it look like this.
And you'll get a tiny little fairy-sized chip bag. It'll shrink it down.
Fairies are the size of this thumb.
Okay, it's maybe too big for fairies, but it's a good size for squirrels? Squirrels. Okay, so...
And it's crinkly. It's a pirate's booty bag.
So you'll need some sort of heat source. If your parents are around, and you can do this with them, then you can use a candle, like we've got over here. Candle. Or, you love fire.
I forgot. When I went to a hotel, I said, hello, fire, and good night, fire.
Yes. When you were little. So fireworks, a light bulb is really good. So hold it up to a light bulb. If it's an incandescent bulb, if it's an LED, you're out of luck. A hairdryer will work, but that'll take longer. So I lit this candle, and it does take a little bit of time. So once it dries, what you do...
I want to see you burn the paper.
You don't burn it, sweet. Well, you burn it a little bit. So you take the paper, and you put it... I'm going to turn this so that you can see my candle. And you put it over the candle, and it takes a little bit of time, but as it heats up, you'll notice that it's going to burn a little bit. And
this is really scary.
Yep, there we go. Now you don't want to touch the candle with the paper. You just want to... Tabby, did you just do scribbles on this one? So what you'll see is that as it burns, like that, you'll reveal some of the paper. So I'll use one where I actually wrote letters. And as it burns, we get it closer to the flame. The part that's weak, meaning the part that the lemon juice touched,
onions
will burn.
Apples. I don't
and you'll start.
Onions. I have onions and apples.
Yeah, because Mommy and I like onions and apples, sweetheart. You eat onions and things that you eat. So there you can see my O over here. And as you burn this a little bit more, you'll reveal the hidden.
Daddy,
Now it's got to get pretty hot in order to do this.
Daddy, I didn't really make a masterpiece.
That's okay.
I drew a heart.
You did? Awesome. So this says love. It says I love Tabby. Now we tried this on a couple of different kinds of paper. So this is another kind of paper, and this is something you can do to see what kind of paper works best. So that before was regular computer paper, and this paper over here is cardstock, which, as you can see, it doesn't quite burn. This is one that Tabby did. As we do
My masterpieces, which is scribbles.
Well, this wasn't your masterpiece. This is the one where you did the letters. And actually, on the cardstock, what's cool about this is that you get a better resolution on the letters. So you're actually getting a better picture. Like, this is one that Tabby wrote.
For my dad.
What does it say, Tabby?
And it has a picture of me swimming at the bottom.
It does?
It says,
What does it say? Oh, it says Daddy.
I accidentally wrote D-A-D.
So it says Dad. But you'll see on this cardstock that you actually get much better letters. If we heat this up, you're seeing the message much more clearly because the lemon juice isn't seeping into the rest of the paper. So we thought that the regular computer paper would be better because it burns more easily, but actually this gives you a better picture. Even if it takes a little bit longer, it gives you a much better image. So there's the A. I won't make you sit here as we decode the entire image, but that's cool. We learned something. We tested a hypothesis. Right? Hypothesis, an idea you can test. So there, you get really well-defined DA. Now, another thing that spies might do is spies may have to trace other spies. So they might use fingerprinting in order to do that. So we're going to try and show you some fingerprints. We're not going to use paint tabs. And we're actually gonna make a copy of your fingerprints. Okay? So what we're going to use for this is a little bit of hand lotion, a little bit of cornstarch. Baby powder works too if you have it.
Baby powder?
Some Scotch tape.
Baby powder and baby spots.
Yes. Although we don't. Most people don't use talcum powder anymore on baby spots. But, okay. So I want you to rub this. This is just a little bit of hand lotion. And just rub it on your hands. And this helps you get a better print. So maybe like make sure it gets on your thumbs or whatever. And, okay. And just rub that in. You can rub any excess on here. So just to make a little smoother. Okay.
Hey, that's good, that's good, that's
Okay.
good. That's good.
Now I want you to make some fingerprints on this. So we're going to use it on this. So just put your thumb down like that. Okay. Very good. Okay.
Didn't make on the print.
Well, we can't see the print right now, but it did make a little print. And so just like real spies, we're going to take a little bit of powder. Now they would use special...
Powder.
Yeah, special fingerprint powder, but we're going to use cornstarch, famous cornstarch that we use all the time, as you know.
Yeah,
right?
and it's not for a statue. We're not making a statue of cornstarch.
No, we're not making a statue of cornstarch. I'm going to sprinkle
That would
it.
be crazy.
We're going to sprinkle it where you made your print.
And we are teachers.
And then I'm going to blow.
I have hand lotion.
And now
This happened.
I can see a little bit where you made your thumb hair right there, and there's another one next to it. And then where that is, we can take a piece of tape and put it on top. Fingerprint.
What do I need that for?
That's making an image of the fingerprint. And then we put it on, if you have black construction paper, that's best. But we put it on this one over here. And if you put it on here, you can actually see the little indentations. It's a little hard to see here, isn't it? Because I have to get pretty close. But you can actually see, look, see those ridges and stuff? That's your fingerprint right there. I can take another one too, because you put 2 of these on there. I'm going to take this fingerprint and put it on here, because what happens is we used the hand lotion to enhance it a little bit. But what happens is that your fingerprints actually leave oils. Your skin produces some oils, and when you touch something, you leave that. And by putting the powder on there, the powder clings to the oils. Baby powder actually does work better than cornstarch. And let's not go cornstarch quite everywhere. Thank you for giving me a polka dot hand. I do love a polka dot hand. I have a polka dot hand. So we did 2 fingerprints over here. You can actually just do this in your house if you see someone touch something. You don't have to put the hand lotion on first, but it does give you a little bit of a better print. And are you gonna give me more polka dots?
I'm gonna give a polka dot on my cheek.
Okay, cool. Anyway, things have devolved into madness. Thank you for joining us. We will see you next week. Let us know if there are any kinds of science experiments you particularly like or want us to try.
I put stickers
and we'll
on
see
my
you.
face. You didn't see them. They're very tiny.
Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week. Bye.